Porsche is saying their business model no longer works. All the older guys off the internet, when they go get some money, they go get a Porsche. As far as the younger guys, they might not do it like that. They need to get them in. But in general, I think Porsches all look phenomenal. Besides the interior could use some updating with technology. So Porsche feels some type of way that their cars aren't, selling, I guess, as much as they used to at one point, right? So this could just be a phase. Also, this could be a moment in time where thing is shifting. You know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But I will also say that the older guys still want Porsches. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still a thing. Like, older guys still want Porsches. That's what they're gonna do. You just have to find your way to get the younger guys because, obviously they still want to go fast because they're getting track hawks and Uruses and stuff of that nature. I still like Porsches because, you'll see, I'll still see the older guys around me get Porsches. I'll see, go to certain towns and you see the older guys driving Porsches and it just looks like, something to aspire to do and aspire to get and all that. And there has been, Porsche's been making their way through, my crowd and up for, a while with the 911s, the 911 GT3 RS, the GT2 RS, or, whatever models of those Porsches. Those have been like, really good models. Then they have, I've always liked the Cayenne. Now they got the Macan, seen both of those. The trucks are like great. Then, the Panamera has been a thing for not in the last few years. Like, we're in 2025, maybe 2015, 2012, up to 2019, 2020, the Panamera was like a thing. Like, you'll see hood guys get the Panamera, you'll see regular guys get the Panamera, the rappers get the Panamera. That was the car to get. These last 5 years may have just been a little different for Porsche. And, obviously the younger guys are like making their way into this thing now. Bill Gates, when he was 19, 20, he got a Porsche. I'm saying a Porsche 911. Those was the cars to get. But now those aren't technically the cars to get for younger guys. I'm saying, and I could put up multiple, clips of older guys getting a Porsche. Big Marty from SZ, he just got a Porsche. I don't know if he got the GT3 RS, but he just got a Porsche, the same type of sports car, small frame looking car. He just got one in white. Dudes love getting it in white, but I do see dudes getting it in blue also. But he got his one in white. Big Meech just got him a GT3 RS in white with the red and all that. It looks fire, it's dope. But you see the trend. The older guys are doing it. I'm saying it's fire. Wallows got one in white. He also got a green one. I don't know if it's a GT3 RS, but he got one in green. Saying, again, same sports car, body type thing. But these are all older guys. The younger guys got, the other type cars, Urus, Hellcats, stuff like that. That's what they into. Some of them got Maybachs, they got Mercedes GTs and all that type of stuff, but they need to just come up with a sports car that, or just, market it to young guys in their 20s, because the GT3 RS is still fire. At least to me, I think it looks incredible. I don't know if it's a price difference. I don't think so, because the Urus is super duper expensive. So, the younger guys can still go get it, but they just not choosing to for whatever reason. And I'm sure when they see the older guys on the internet get the GT3s and all that type of stuff, but they need to come up with some type of model that's maybe even get a sports Porsche truck. You do that, like the Urus, and Ferrari just came out with they got a truck that looks fire too. But like, like the Trackhawk, maybe you need a sports truck. Like, you got the Cayennes and the Macans and stuff, but maybe due for a Porsche truck that's sporty, lowered, fast as ever. Don't abandon the aesthetic, the round aesthetic that Porsche has on all their models, but maybe it needs to be like, rounded, but like put that GT3 RS stuff on a truck, because I think that's, car manufacturers are like not discontinuing, but they're not even producing cars right now. They're all doing trucks. I think that's the thing right now. Make a sports truck, GT, whatever, GT Cayenne RS, GT Macan RS. You know what I'm saying? Put the sport wheels on it, make it super fast, automatic, maybe have the Tiptronic joints on there. Gone. But they do need, they got to update Apple CarPlay and put like some new stuff on the inside of the car. you know, and you booming. But definitely some fire wheels it's got to have. Maybe, you know, side skirts, front lip, stuff like that on the Cayenne or the Macan. Good to go. You know what I'm saying? Make it in you know, decent colors, because a lot of the Porsches are, I ain't gonna say, you know, obviously they got the green. I seen the GT3 in green or whatever car it is. The other colors are like yellow, red, you know, those are like the bright, crazy colors that the kids are going to get, you know, because you got to attract them to whatever you're doing. It's got to be loud. It's got to be like, the color has to be loud. The actual exhaust has to be loud. Look fast, sound fast, go fast, look loud, sound loud, and all that type of stuff. Another crazy thing is, you know, Porsche has had trucks for the longest. Like Lamborghini and Ferrari. I think Ferrari just made their truck, but Lamborghini made their truck, you know, late. Ferrari just made their truck late. You know, they've had the truck, you know, the luxurious truck area dominated for a very long time. They keep coming out with new ones and they look good and all that type of stuff. Matter of fact, they have I've seen a truck that they have that looks good. It's got big wheels and big brakes and all that type of stuff. It's cool, but it's, you know, it's missing something. I don't know what exactly it's missing. It needs some stuff to be more sporty, look more young, and not like a, I don't want to be disrespectful, but like not like an A and B car. Like, you know, it's got to look like how the cars look. The 911s, the GT3 RS, it's got to look like that. Yeah, and they just need to market it to more younger people. You know, you got to do something in that area, or make a whole nother body style, you know, that's similar, but it's more aggressive to get the younger people involved to want to go get those cars.